Sir! Don't argue! Face down! On the ground! Face down!
Here's
Now!
911. Call, I need medical attention right now. Hold on.
Hey, turn around. Let me see your hands. Turn around. Let me see your hands. Okay, let me see your hands. I need to see some ID. Get on the ground! Get on the ground now!
Sir!
Picture this. You're a seasoned federal agent, trained to uphold the law, only to find yourself entangled in legal troubles because of questionable actions by local law enforcement. In the following examples, we delve into 5 instances where police officers attempted to interfere with FBI agents. These stories will not only shock you, but also prompt questions about the current state of law enforcement. But before we dive in, don't forget to show your support by hitting that like button. Remember, YouTube doesn't always favor content like this. Now let's jump right into it. Beginning today's segment is an intriguing yet disheartening incident captured on camera involving 2 police officers in Rochester, Minnesota. They approached a South Sudanese man under the assumption that he resembled a suspect they were searching for. Little did they know, fate had a surprising twist in store for them. The scenario took an unexpected turn when they discovered that the man was actually an undercover FBI agent. Let's delve into the unfolding of this entire situation.
Yeah, you're wrong. You're assuming I'm someone that I'm not. Get out of my face, man. You guys are harassing me. Yes, you guys are. Hey, you're harassing me. Yes, you are. No. He's harassing me. Why are you harassing me? You're assuming I'm someone I'm not.
Okay, if you're not, then
No.
you're not free to go. Okay.
Oh, am I being detained?
Yeah, you are.
For what?
Because I think you have a warrant.
You think?
Yeah.
That's an illusion. That's an illusion. You think?
Well, all right. Stand up with your hands.
I'm not. For what? I don't have a warrant.
So let's break this down. Our dynamic duo of law enforcement seems to have pegged this individual as a suspect solely based on a resemblance to someone involved in a crime. A mere gut feeling, if you will. Adding to the absurdity, the individual appears entirely confident in his innocence, going as far as accusing the officers of racial profiling. What's truly baffling is the officers' apparent belief that such flimsy reasoning is grounds for detainment. Are they oblivious to the very laws they're meant to uphold? Remember, according to the law, officers must possess reasonable suspicion supported by more than just a hunch. It seems our officers missed that memo entirely. Their subsequent actions ventured far beyond legality and into the realm of outright unconstitutionality.
I have a warrant. You have the wrong guy. You're very wrong. No, you are wrong. What do you mean if you're wrong? You're wrong. You're wrong.
All right, this marks the second instance where the officer has resorted to this excuse. It's quite unsettling, isn't it? Imagine the implications of such a statement. It's not just unprofessional, but downright perilous. If officers normalize using such excuses in critical situations, it's a recipe for disaster. One can only shudder at the potential consequences if the stakes were higher. Frankly, it's a nightmare waiting to happen.
I didn't do nothing. For what? For what? Can you tell me for what? For what? I'm under arrest for what? No. If you got the wrong guy, I'm suing all of you guys. Let me get your card. Can I get your card? Can I get your card? Okay. I'm not standing up front. Listen, I'm not under arrest. I don't have a warrant.
Regrettably for the officers, the entire incident was captured on a bystander's cell phone camera. It vividly illustrates the man's persistent calls, highlighting the officer's procedural error of lacking a warrant for his arrest. A basic protocol these law enforcers should have been well acquainted with. However, tensions soared when one of the officers attempted to physically restrain him.
Hey, yo! Hey, officer! No. Matter of fact, look at my ID. He got the wrong guy, I'm telling you.
Several voices can be heard in the background, and it seems like they know the man and are telling the officers that they made a big mistake and they got the wrong guy. After the arrest, thinking it was a typical situation, this officer eventually chose to comply with the man's request to check his ID. Little did he know he's in for a shock.
Hey, watch how funny this is.
What
does that say? What does that say? Oh!
Wrong guy!
Oh!
Wrong guy!
Oh my God!
So it appears that the individual being apprehended by the police isn't your run-of-the-mill suspect. Nope, it's actually an FBI agent. Right in the midst of a regular local law enforcement operation, and these officers are in serious trouble. You can only imagine the shock on the officers' faces. It's not something they encounter every day, arresting someone only to have them whip out an FBI badge. Take note of how the initially confident cop quickly changes tack, shifting from maintaining constant eye contact with the supposed suspect to completely avoiding eye contact altogether after checking the ID.
No, get the f off me, dude! Get off me, dude!
Bro,
Matter of fact, I need our cards. I need your supervisor over here. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor.
The officer proceeds to calmly explain the entire situation to their supervisor, who visibly appears uncomfortable and anxiously searches for the nearest way out.
Please come here. Are you the supervisor? These guys are relationship profiling me. They assume I'm someone that I'm not. I told them I'm not who they think I am. And they said, nope, you are. I'm positive you are.
However, once the officer asked for their IDs, his real intentions became clear.
I need their cards. I need your card. I need your card. I need your supervisor. This is. No. Yes, I request your supervisor. Why is that?
Bro, that was fucked up.
You guys work with us.
No, they serve the people.
Yes, I'm the people. You guys serve us. So
That's because they're corrupt as
I would like.
fuck.
Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, I would like your card. Yep. And I'm gonna follow the report on you, and you.
Instead of taking responsibility for his officer's mistake, as he should have, the supervisor decided to defend their actions with weak excuses. But when pressured to do so, he had to comply with the agent's demands. First, the supervisor emerged, followed by the two officers who initiated the entire incident. Arrogance and guilt can be a dangerous mix, folks. It's cops like these who tarnish the reputation of law enforcement. Instead of owning up to his mistake, which he should have done, we see a man here who shows no regret whatsoever. Shame on you, officer. But then again, it's not surprising when you're led by supervisors like that. From what I've just seen, it's clear that the whole thing was just a display of incompetence and a serious lack of understanding of basic laws by those officers. On the bright side, at least nobody was hurt. Which is more than I can say for this FBI agent here.
Run your body cam.
I am now, because I don't know how legit you are at the moment.
It's okay. Special Agent Haddon. The FBI.
Okay.
You got that on body cam?
I do, but I don't understand what the problem is with you meet me at the office.
I'll talk to the U.S. Attorney's Office about it. You can cut off the recording device now.
Okay. Well, I will when I leave the area, sir.
You might wonder why the FBI agent is telling the officer to turn off the recording device. There seems to be something suspicious happening here, raising concerns for the FBI agent. Well, it turns out that Special Agent Hatton was actually investigating corruption within the Franklin County Police Department. As part of this secret operation, he arranged to meet Officer Ralph Gordon in a secluded parking lot, possibly to discuss matters related to the case. However, Officer Gordon became wary when the agent contacted him directly on his personal phone instead of going through official channels, casting doubt on the agent's intentions despite his presentation of credentials.
He's telling me to turn my body camera off and telling me he's going to contact other people to get involved with this. Let me get his tag number real quick. He's got a radio and he's got credentials. Franklin, does that come back to any government agency?
It just advises Advanced Wiring Company.
Do you work for a wiring company?
Further.
It's a covert vehicle, sir.
Did he really believe that? Of course, it's a hidden police car. What kind of undercover FBI agent would drive a car registered with the FBI?
I do feel like I'm being detained. Am I being detained?
Am I being detained? You're the one who called me here, sir. How did you get my phone number?
I can't do that.
Asking an FBI agent if they know about you is like asking if the sun rises in the morning. If they're looking into you, they've got your whole life on their radar, your address, your habits, your family's secrets, and heck, they might even know what brand of underwear you prefer. Agent Hatton wasn't just shooting the breeze with Deputy Gordon, there were bigger things brewing. Later on, Hatton drops a subtle hint that he's onto something deeper than just a routine chat about a citation.
You can't call anybody in the PD because the PD is just here backing this guy up. It's Franklin County that's holding him. So you have to call the sheriff to let him know that his deputies have him stopped here and are holding me. He's going to ask why. You're not going to be able to tell him.
So the cop ends up holding him, giving weak excuses like, I don't believe you're really with the FBI, and you're not cooperating, even though he's the one who refused to check the agent's ID.
Hey, you are detained at this time, sir. Hey, I don't think this guy's legit, man. But you're being very uncooperative with me. You asked me to come up here. You called my personal cell phone number. You can't tell me how you got it. Your vehicle's coming back to a wiring company, not the
It's
FBI.
a covert vehicle.
Okay. You
Would
get
you
mad
like
at
to see some registration?
You get mad at me because I turned my body camera on,
Would you like to see some
and
registration?
you know a lot of stuff about me.
Would you like to see the registration, sir?
I don't really want anything from you at this point. My supervisor's on the way.
Excellent.
The officer at the scene was uncooperative from the start. He didn't show his license or badge when asked by Officer Gordon, who remained skeptical. Things got worse when several supervisory officers arrived. Instead of helping, they decided to arrest him and put him in the back of the patrol car. They didn't roll down the windows or turn on the AC, even though it was a hot day in Florida. This made things difficult for Agent Hatton.
Yes, sir.
There, brother.
Okay. All right, I'm turning it on right now.
Open the door. I can't breathe.
Sir, I can't open the door. You're being detained right now.
Over time, the agents began to voice their complaints, but the cop kept ignoring them despite their repeated pleas.
You're burning me up, brother.
I had the defroster on.
No, you didn't. Brother, I need air. God almighty.
Suddenly, they get a phone call that should resolve the entire situation.
33, go ahead.
He is legit.
10-4. All right, that's what I'm doing right now.
All right, let's dive into the evidence. Even with all this proof right in front of us, the officer still decides to keep the agent inside the patrol car, even though they've been clearly told he's an FBI agent. Instead of just letting him go as instructed, the officers keep talking about the situation while the agent keeps asking to be let out. It's only after another 3 minutes of unnecessary talking that they finally let him out. But by then, the harm has already been done.
Call 911. I need a medical attention right now. Unlock me. Call 911. Call 911.
We're releasing you right now,
call
sir.
911 now. Call 911. I need
33.
After another 10 minutes, the medical team finally showed up. The police officer then explained what happened, mentioning that the man had complained of having trouble breathing and losing vision.
Shortness of breath, vision loss.
After Hayton was released, FBI agents and officials from both agencies arrived in Apalachicola to meet with Gordon and the sheriff. They wanted to understand what had happened and why. Eventually, both agencies decided to move past the incident. Sheriff Smith promised that they would work together more effectively in the future. He also acknowledged the need for additional training. However, regardless of training, the treatment Hayton received was unacceptable. This incident highlights how ego can cloud judgment. It also illustrates how police sometimes misinterpret actions, turning them into reasons for suspicion. Even though the officers displayed disrespect and negligence, fortunately, the agent did not suffer any significant injuries. However, not every law enforcement encounter unfolds smoothly. Take the case of ATF Agent Burke, for instance. On July 7, 2020, Agent James Burke, a seasoned 16-year veteran, found himself in a troubling situation. He was assigned to confiscate a shotgun from a resident on the 3300 block of Edgebrook Drive near Dublin, Ohio, who was not authorized to possess a firearm. When he arrived at the residence, instead of cooperating, the occupants closed the door in his face and dialed 911, reciting Burke's badge number to the dispatcher. While Burke was accustomed to such verification procedures, what ensued next was not just surprising to him, but to anyone witnessing the events recounted in this video.
Hey, turn around, let me see your hands. Turn around, let me see your hands. Okay, let me see your hands. I need to see some ID. Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground!
What's your deal?
Get on the ground now!
I'm a federal agent.
The officer sensed intense aggression from Burke. Despite being ordered to drop to the ground, Burke refused, seemingly intent on challenging the police's authority to frisk him for weapons. He may have believed that as a federal agent, he didn't have to obey orders from local police. However, if that were true, it would create a loophole where any criminal could claim to be a federal agent to avoid complying with police orders. Even if Burke didn't appear dangerous, it would have been wiser for him to cooperate politely with the police so they could better understand the situation. As a result, tensions escalated rapidly.
You didn't ask for it.
He is at 335.
Get on the ground, we'll figure it out.
Reacted.
I'm not overreacting. We got a call that someone's impersonating a police officer out here and doesn't have ID.
No kidding, because she doesn't want to open it.
Okay, get on the ground so I can find out who you are.
It ain't happening.
Okay, fine. Fine. Do you think I'm a police officer or something? What the heck's the matter with you? Who do you think you are? Get on the ground!
I'm not getting out of
Jump for things.
I'm not getting
91.7, I'm pulling up.
I got my ID.
Do not reach for your waist!
Even though Burke tried his best to show the officer who he was, the officer kept being unfriendly and kept holding his gun. Things got even worse for Burke when another officer showed up.
Sir! Don't argue! Face down! On the ground! Face down! Now!
Burke found himself cornered and had to do what the officer told him. The officers kept their guns pointed at Burke for more than a minute before they forcefully arrested him.
All the way.
You got my IDs right here, left pocket. Left
And we're
pocket.
gonna put your arm on your back.
Wait a sec.
Do not resist.
I'm not resisting.
You're acting like a
No,
moron.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. No, don't do this. Wait a second. I got a medical condition. Get my license out of my pocket.
We're getting you secured first.
Please, wait. Don't go. Hold on. I'm hyperventilating. Please, sir. I'm not.
Stop resisting
Would you
now.
please get my ID out of my left pocket?
Stop
I'm
resisting.
begging you. My wife's please. It's right here. Please get it.
I got one cuff on. Get
Sir,
your
help me out. Just hold me up. Sir, I can't do this. Sir,
Stop resisting now!
please help me.
But hold on, there's more to this story. Besides the extreme aggression, these police officers went all out. While arresting Burke forcefully, they didn't hold back. Even though he was already face down on the ground and not fighting back, they kept using a taser on him over and over again.
Get your taser out, my
I
taser.
federal
Get your taser out.
cred.
Get your taser out, Jill.
No, don't do that, please.
Don't make me tase
You're gonna
you.
get tased.
Ow, don't do that. Okay.
Get him cuffed. Get him cuffed.
It is cuffed.
Get him cuffed. Get him cuffed.
Despite expressing his agony, Burke persisted in informing the officers that he was a genuine ATF agent conducting an investigation with his identification securely tucked in his pocket. Despite this assurance, the officer proceeded with the arrest and placed him in the rear of the patrol vehicle.
Calm down.
Relax.
Sir, hey, guys, please, just talk to me for 1 second, please.
Get in the car.
No,
We'll
wait.
talk later.
Sir, wait.
You had your chance.
No, I was trying to give you my creds. You didn't
No,
let me show
you
them to
never
you.
once tried.
I did.
Get in the car.
Wait.
Now.
Have a seat.
Please, wait, I gotta breathe.
Okay,
Please, sir, let me breathe.
Sit down and breathe.
Let me breathe. I have a medical condition.
We're gonna get air to you. Get
No,
your legs
no.
in. Get your
Sir.
legs in. We're closing this door.
The police officers then made Burke get into the vehicle even though he was pleading and explaining his medical condition, which they ignored.
Sir, please, call an ambulance. I'm asking for an ambulance. Okay.
You're an idiot! For crying out loud, you're a cop, you're not an ass.
No,
the heck's the
wait,
matter
I
with you?
can't. You're fucking my head up. The seatbelt's in place. Please.
Why would you act like this?
I didn't act anyway.
If you are a real police officer, you ought to be ashamed of
I
yourself.
was trying to give you my creds.
After roughly an hour, Burke was released without facing any charges. Later, Burke decided to sue the Columbus Police Department and the two officers involved in the incident. He accused them of using excessive force and conducting an unlawful arrest. It was also reported that the ordeal had a significant impact on Burke, both physically and psychologically. As a result, he transitioned to an administrative role within the ATF instead of continuing field work. Our take on the situation is clear from the footage. The officer's conduct blatantly disregards constitutional rights and displays aggression. However, to be fair, both parties bear some responsibility. Burke could have handled the situation more maturely by peacefully surrendering initially, which might have prevented much of the ensuing drama. Don't you think so too? Get ready for some intense drama in this next story, though it doesn't involve the FBI. Meet Mac Proctor, a man who knows his rights and isn't afraid to stand up to corrupt cops. Picture this. Mac is parked in a private lot at 8:30 p.m., patiently waiting for his takeout order while he's working as a delivery driver. Sure, his vehicle isn't in an official spot, but it's not causing any traffic issues. Mac steps away for just 2 minutes to grab his food. When he returns, a police officer confronts him, alleging he's violating parking rules.
Proctor? That is your last name. Everything okay?
Do I need to answer any of your
You don't
questions?
have to answer anything, dude.
Okay,
You don't have to. I could stand here all day. I get paid either way.
Can you go ahead and finish your job
And
so I can carry on?
what's up with the anger, dude?
I'm not angry.
You're not angry? You always talk to everybody like that?
I'm not angry.
Oh, okay.
I just want you to go ahead and wrap things up, please.
Oh, okay.
It appears that Officer Diego Hernandez is finding enjoyment in the situation and is eager to demonstrate his authority. Typically, when citizens interact with police, they feel intimidated and tend to withdraw, which gives the officers a psychological advantage. With Hernandez believing he holds all the power and control, it's unsurprising that he was surprised by Mac's calm demeanor and understanding of the law. Mac recognizes his right to remain silent, particularly when the officer's questions aren't relevant to any criminal proceedings.
All right, well, you know, I'll give you a break on it, but you know what I'm saying? This isn't a parking spot, okay, dude?
You're not giving me a break. You're harassing me at this point. I'd like to leave. May I leave now, please?
Well, do you understand?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
All right. So do you understand why I stopped you?
Do I need to answer any more of your questions?
You don't have to.
Okay.
Okay. But then again, I could do this all day too.
Hernandez seems to have plenty of free time if he's spending it on stuff like this all day. Hey, Mr. Servant Protector, don't you have more important things to do, like, you know, stopping actual crimes? This just shows we were right about him. He enjoys throwing his weight around and picking on people.
I'd like to leave. May I leave now, please?
Mr. Proctor, would you like to leave?
Do I need to answer any more of your questions?
Hello. No.
So wait, didn't the officer say earlier that he was detaining Mac? Jesus, officer, make up your mind already.
The one that's acting this way, okay? I'm just asking you to do, you know, I'm trying to give you a break here, all right?
I prefer you just write me the parking ticket and let me go.
Right, okay, oh, okay.
Hernandez goes through the steps, but then returns, making excuses like waiting for someone else to come and write the ticket. The officer, having nothing else to do, tries one last time to confront Mac.
Hopefully I'm not keeping you from anything, am I? I don't like talking to you. Is everything okay? Is there any other issues or anything going on that I should know of?
Do I need to answer your questions?
You don't have to answer anything, but I'm concerned about your well-being. Is there something wrong?
Do I need to answer any of your questions?
Well, yeah, if there's something wrong, it would be nice, yeah.
Do I need to answer any of your questions?
You don't have to talk to me, I'm just saying. I'm just concerned about your well-being, that's all I'm saying. Usually we don't get people hostile.
I've not been hostile.
Okay. Well, usually we don't get people wanting a ticket. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through all this. I could be having my lunch right now. And you too.
I must commend Mac for maintaining such a calm and composed attitude while Officer Hernandez bombarded him with numerous irritating and senseless questions.
Hey, Mr. Proctor, can I just give you your stuff so you can leave?
Can you?
I can, but you're the one. I would have let you go a long time ago.
What do I need to do for you to hand me my documents so I can leave?
I'll give it to you right now. I just want to know that, you know, that you're okay, because usually I don't get people all this.
What do I need to do for you to hand me my documents so I can be on my way?
You're okay.
I don't need to answer any of your questions.
Hey, there we go again. Jesus Christ.
All right, this guy is really starting to annoy me. Is he like 12 years old or something?
I'm trying to say that...
You're trying to display your power to me right now.
I'm concerned about it. Is there a problem to be concerned about another human being?
You have no reason to be concerned about me.
So it's okay then. You're okay then.
You can hand me my documents and I can be on my way. Or we can...
Okay. So if I hand you your stuff, you'll be fine and taken off and you're not angry, right?
Ah, the smart move by Mac. He knew he couldn't outsmart the law or the officer, so the cop had to release him.
Well, I'm gonna take a chance on you, right here. Mr. Proctor, everything's cool, all right? We're blocking traffic here to your stop. All right, hopefully you have a good day. Everything works out for you, all right?
Am I free to leave now?
Yes, you are.
Could you please step away from the vehicle?
Yes, I will. You have a good day.
Mac was eventually allowed to leave without any more problems. But this whole situation makes you wonder, why did he face extra trouble just for using the Fifth Amendment? It's odd that this even happened. If Officer Hernandez saw Mac's car blocking traffic, wouldn't it have been smarter to ask him to move it? Instead, he chose to flex his authority and bully him. Props to Mac for not putting up with it and showing Hernandez the door like he deserved. This incident highlights the importance of knowing your rights and how to handle these kinds of situations if you ever find yourself in one. Let's delve into our next case, where a group of police officers apprehended an ex-FBI security contractor simply because he lacked sufficient knowledge of the law.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
All right.
What's up?
Deputy Troy with the Sheriff's Office. The reason I'm stopping you is your plate's obstructed. Yeah. Whatever that thing's got, you got to take it off, okay?
Okay.
Because it got to be visible within a certain distance. When you went to driving school and a cop pulls you over, what'd they tell you?
Oh, you pull over when it's safe to do.
No, you pull over immediately. Okay? Let me tell you this. Now, you pull over immediately.
Sure.
Because I don't know what you're doing inside this car.
Sure, yeah.
Hiding guns. You know what I mean? Officer safety is number one.
It's pretty ironic when the cop starts talking about safety and pullover protocols but doesn't seem to have a clue about the law. He's lying from the get-go. You see, there's no strict rule saying you have to pull over immediately. There are reasons like traffic obstructions or safety concerns that might make it smarter to wait until it's safe. Safety should always come first. Also, if you're in a sketchy area or not sure if the car behind you is really a cop, it's okay to turn on your hazard lights and drive carefully to a well-lit, busy area. Imagine slamming on your brakes in the middle of traffic or getting mugged or even worse, attacked by fake cops in a dark alley. These are things a cop should know about before spreading misinformation. But sadly, this isn't the only time we see cops getting things wrong.
So who are you?
Former NDOC, and I used to work security at Harris.
Oh, okay.
I'm a contractor. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have insurance on this thing?
My partner, huh?
Do you have insurance on this thing?
Yeah.
Your partner or what?
Now my partner called me. I'm a contractor with Southwest Gas.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go over there and get him logged into his computer.
No guns inside the car?
Nah, no phone.
Okay.
Moving ahead, the police officer transitions from the initial routine questions to more specific and detailed inquiries. These questions aim to gather evidence or details that might implicate the individual further.
What do you got right there up front?
Oh, that's a siren. I contract security.
You contract
So
security?
some of the work I require to have a siren.
Turn it on? Yeah.
Why haven't you taken the lights off of there?
Yeah, I do contract work, so I have to have lights on this vehicle for some of the work.
They shouldn't be that color though.
Yeah, they shouldn't be red and white, brother.
Yeah, it depends on who you're contracting with. If you contract with law enforcement agencies, it's different.
Which agencies do you contract with?
The various ones. DOJ.
Name some. DOJ?
Sure.
So you have a
DHS?
contract?
I've worked for DHS, yeah.
Okay, so do you have a government ID?
I have a contractor ID.
Where's that?
It's in my, it's my hood.
Where'd you get this?
That's what she
Federal Bureau of Investigation badge?
The police officer starts searching the agent's body and car without asking or getting permission.
I'm gonna read you your rights too, okay? Because you're handcuffed, you know what I mean? So I feel more comfortable that way.
That's fine.
But this breaks the Fourth Amendment, which protects people from unfair searches and seizures. It's illegal and against the rules of the Constitution.
Right?
Yeah.
Inside the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Who, because, like I said, man, too, this is money here. Put that back in, so I put it in the bag, okay? So the reason that you're in cuffs, okay? Unless you're a sworn officer.
I know in Nevada we like that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have red and blues.
Sure.
Right? Because then you could easily impersonate
Right.
a police officer.
Sure.
So who issued this to you?
My former employer.
Your former employer? So you used to work for the FBI at one point?
I've contracted with the Department of Justice and the FBI.
The officers seem upset that the person they're questioning has answers for everything. So, the second officer begins asking tricky questions that he knows the person can't answer, hoping to catch him in something that could make him look guilty.
Since you got the badge, where's your creds at? Where's your federal creds at?
I don't think federal because I'm not.
Let's break this down. The officer's main focus seems to be on the lights of the agent's car. It's important to stress that they lack the legal right to search the agent in this situation, so reaching into his pockets is not justified, it's illegal. The whole situation seems suspicious, especially since it occurred in Nevada. Using red and blue emergency lights on a civilian vehicle is against the law, but this man never turned them on except during his official duties as a contractor with a law enforcement agency. He never claimed to be in the FBI. He just mentioned working part-time for them, so he wasn't impersonating a federal agent. Things got worse when senior officials arrived and decided to search the car thoroughly. Who knows what the officers found or planted? This underscores the importance of knowing your rights and the laws that protect you. Remember, every journey starts with the first step, so hit subscribe and stay informed. We'll see you in the next video.